You are on the TinkerCad homepage, and hopefully you know how to sign in. If not, you push sign in the upper right corner. Then hopefully you remember that you push sign in using social providers under here in blue, and then Google. All right, so you should be signed in and see your past projects. We are creating a new one, so create new design. Today we are making a little Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. and Monsters University. So we're just going to name it Mike. And then you just click off or you push enter to get rid of your cursor. All right, so let's start Mike. Let's grab our sphere. So it's right under basic shapes. Grab your sphere and drag it on. We're going to resize it a little bit. So what you're going to do is hold on to your shift button on your keyboard. So hold on to shift and then drag one of the corners. So you'll see you're on it when it turns red, and click down and drag it a little bit bigger. I'm going to do mine about 40 by 40, I think looks good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So if you can't tell what you made it, remember you can just hover on the corner here and it tells you the size. Mine says 40 by 40. And as a reminder, if you hold down your shift key while you resize, it resizes both sides at the same time. So that can be helpful. That way you don't wind up with something like this. Okay. So we're going to grab a half sphere. So look on your basic shapes here and scroll down. You'll see your half sphere. Drag that onto your work plane. And you need another one. So either drag another or duplicate, as you know you can do up in your toolbar, so that you have two of the same. All right. So I'm going to resize one of these. Doesn't matter which one. I'm going to grab the corner and do my little shift trick again. So I hold down shift on my keyboard and I'm going to grab a corner box and drag it until it says about 14 or 15 would be about the right size, I think. And then but I need to make it taller. So now to make something taller, you click on the center little box. So I've got these four, but I need the one that's on the top in the middle. So look here if you're not looking. Right in the middle. I click down and I'm going to drag up to about maybe 12, right around there. If you don't like to drag that way, you can also just click on the top box and enter it in. I could put in 12 and push enter. Does the same thing. So now I'm going to click on my box and my sphere and drag it inside. Okay. So I'll resize it. That middle one, I want kind of a dark green. And then this outer part, I want to make white. So I just click, remember you click on the shape and go up to the solid here. And now we've got Mike's eye. So I want it to move as one piece. So remember if I moved it right now, it just moves the one part. So I would undo that. I can push undo in my toolbar if I did that. And I'm going to group it. So what I do is I click down off of my shapes, so somewhere at blank on my work plane, and drag. Remember that means you keep your finger down and drag over top, making that box show up. So I do that and I let go, and then I can go push on group, which is in this toolbar here. So hopefully you know by now if the colors change like that and you want it multicolor, you just click on your colors and you go down to multicolor. And now I've got Mike's eye. I'm going to change his body color real quick and click on that and go to kind of the bright green. So I've got my eye as one piece and my body over there. So to get my eye rotated, kind of push on your home view. If you don't know where that is yet, look right now. It's on the side menu that we don't use quite as often. But click on the home so you're in the same view as me. You should see the 3 sets of arrows, 1, two, and then on the side there's this hard to see one. You're going to click on that one. So one's at the top, one's at the bottom, but you want the weird one to the side. If you can't see it, just rotate a tiny bit this way, and then you'll be able to see it. So I click on that side arrow, and then I'm going to type in the number 90, 90, enter. So again, all I did was clicked on this little side arrow that's kind of hard to see, clicked on it, and entered 90, 90. So I'm going to drag my eye over, and then I'm going to lift it up. So I'm going to click on that black teardrop at the top and start lifting, probably to about 20. Yeah, 20 looks pretty good. So to about 20, and then I'm going to drag the eye back onto the shape all the way. So just kind of get yours placed on there how you like it. I like mine like that. And I am going to group again, but I'll do my mouth first, I think. Okay. So hopefully yours is looking something like that. And now we're going to add a mouth. We're going to cut out a hole because that's how Mike's mouth usually looked. So go ahead and drag a rounded roof. Drag it onto your work plane. And then we're going to rotate it around. Again, we're going to get that same side arrow that we used before, but this time we're going to click on it and we're going to enter in 180. So 180, 180. And it should kind of flip over into a happy face. So again, all I did there, if you missed it, was I dragged on my rounded roof and then clicked on this little side arrow and typed in 180. And now I'm going to position the mouth on here. I'm going to need to lift it up a little bit. We should know how to do that, dragging with the black teardrop. Dragging it up to probably about 7 or 8, maybe 7. I think 8 looks too tall for mine. That's good enough. So you're just kind of positioning the mouth on. Remember to rotate around, looking at your angles. I think mine looks good, since I am going to cut it out as a hole. So I click on the mouth, and then I do hole, and then I got to regroup it. So I click down off of my shapes and drag. Remember that box shows up, dragging over top and pushing group. There we go. So that's all we're going to do together today. But feel free to work on your mic a little bit more, add some arms and legs if you'd like to get some more details in there. I'll be around in just a second to take a look.